There's the yellow line. There was no yellow line earlier. You mentioned. Spoilered on me.
All right, I've got a solution.
Okay.
This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Hey, wait a moment,
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
It's different. I want to follow it, but I want to see if the rest of it's going to be this. You know what? Let's go to the boardroom. Oh,
No,
come
no,
on.
I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
No! Let me walk through. Come on! Douchebag. Alright, fine. You know what? We did do my stuff for a while. We'll do your stuff. We'll see. Ooh, solitaire. I can't get over there. Come on, come on, come on. Fine, whatever. 4B6. Why is that different? 4B5, 4B4, 4B7.
You see? The line knows
Or
where
what?
the story is.
Okay.
It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
All right, fine.
Look, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story?
Well, it's the
Simply
journey
by the
that
act of
that
moving
matters.
forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination
Ooh.
is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
Wait a moment.
Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence
was open a
is in
second ago.
fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
Wait a moment.
Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental
That make no
subjective
sense.
construct? Whoa. Hang on.
Wait a moment.
You're a bit weird back there.
You're
Well, I'd
overthinking
like
this,
to
dude.
apologize.
I just want to go
Where I
all
was
the way
going
back
with
and
all
see if it
that.
changes.
You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Okay, if you want. Dum da dum da dum 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 dum. 427 do. Oh, okay, fine. Here we go. You're a bit of a control freak. I'm just saying, dude. Don't you know that like linear stories are dead? I mean, they're not. They're not dead. Let me just back that up. It's just procedurally generated, kind of randomness, open world. That's the future, dude. Oh, are we still going to our boss's place? Whoa. Somebody has been on the Kool-Aid. Yeah, well. 11? Holy crap. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, what time is it? Time is flying. Man, oh man. Whoever is running your yellow line, this dude, take his keys away. Whoa. Like it. Oh, warehouse. Annual reviews. Corporate balance.
Wait, cut the music.
Thank
Go
you.
back
What?
and look at that fern.
Okay. What's wrong with the
Stanley,
fern?
this fern will be very important later in the story.
Okay.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
What's up with the floor? Why is there like a line that... I guess that's part of the wall. It's a nice fern. Okay. Remember the fern.
Wait, what? We're
What
back
the
at the office?
Yeah.
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story?
I don't know. Let's go this
Is
way.
any of this ringing a bell?
Oh, wait. There. There. Ooh, I haven't been in here before. To here. To here. It just...
Oh, no,
what
no,
in the
no,
world?
No, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you.
Now the line's
Everything
against you,
we've been
too.
through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore.
Oh, let's reset.
Restart.
Yes. Oh. Okay. You and your line got this under
You know
control.
what, Stanley?
Oh.
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story?
We've been doing
Something
that.
Exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why
Yeah.
don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Sure, why not? Or do your thing. We did my thing for a while.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path.
Yeah.
A new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
I don't know, but it's just
Go
doing
on.
circles now.
Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
All right. How about some guns?
Oh, no, not you again.
Oh, the line.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it. And you should be fine.
Okay. Not acknowledging it, even though there's like, it's the only direction to go. Yep. Hi, line. Ooh.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision.
Okay.
From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Alright.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the
You're
answer
full of
is clear
crap,
yes,
dude.
then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one.
Yeah, okay.
Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
You're not gonna give me a choice, are you? What if I go backwards, counterclockwise? Will that open the other door up? No? Yes? Maybe? What's that say? Confusion. The confusion ending. What?
Oh, hold up, what's this?
First restart, second, the
The
adventure
confusion
line.
ending. You're telling me
Here forgets
that's
about
what this
previous
is?
restart.
It's
Oh,
all
we haven't
one
hit that one
giant
yet.
ending? And we're supposed
Find
to
the line
restart the game
again.
eight times?
8 times!
That's really how all this goes?
There's no longer an office, simply a
Determined?
black spot. Oh, we haven't found that one.
So now, according to the schedule,
Find
I
a
restart
bookstore.
again. Then what? Am I just
Find the
supposed to
line.
forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank.
Discover the
simply
two
because it's
doors
written here on
now
this-
has
this
many
thing,
additional...
wall.
The office is now dead end, turn
Well,
around. Yeah, we did
you
that. End up,
consulted me.
interline, nonsense,
Why don't I
philosophy,
get to
music. Yeah, we did
decide?
that.
Why don't
Adventure
I
to
get a
explore
say in
territory,
all of this?
find the
Is it
line.
really-
Did we do that?
No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I
You sound
won't
like me.
Do it.
Okay.
And the timer stopped.
Uh-oh.
Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
Ow.
Whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know?
I don't know.
Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
No, you're just gonna leave. I'll be stuck here. You won't.
So,
I'm hungry.
I guess now we just wait. You know,
Oh, fine.
I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
Can you bring back my
Quite
mannequin
sure
wife?
we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime,
Oh, what happened? Dude, did somebody just control you? Don't try to act like we're in this together. I mean, I'll let you a little bit, but...
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Uh-oh.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
I'm
missed a
not
memo.
going to the meeting room. We've done the meeting room. We're going to go to the
Stanley
right.
Came to a set of
Going to the
two
right.
openings. This was not the correct way
No,
to
it
the
wasn't.
meeting room, and Stanley knew
Going
it
this
perfectly
way.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
No.
just to admire it.
But it is on the way.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on
Sure.
his left.
We'll do that. We're going to do that.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section.
What if we go back down
walked
there
straight
again?
ahead to the opposite door and got back on track.
And then what if we do this way? Ah! Fine.
Yet there was not a single
Blah,
person
blah,
here
not a
either.
single person here.
Feeling
Done it.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley
Room
decided
closet.
to go up
Anybody
to
in there
his
yet?
boss's
No,
office,
nobody up there.
hoping he might find an answer there.
I'm going down.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked
I'm
upstairs
going down.
to his boss's office.
We haven't done that yet.
But
Ooh.
Stanley just couldn't do it.
Yeah, you're
He
right.
considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
Have we been
he
here?
might be fired for that.
No,
And in such a competitive economy,
Everybody's
why
left
had
left.
he taken that risk? All
Everybody's
because
left.
he believed everyone had vanished.
That's right.
His boss would think he was crazy.
Uh-oh.
And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe,
We got a
he
loop
thought to
here.
himself, maybe I am crazy.
I might be.
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment
1, 2,
for
B4?
no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
Nope, not at all.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other
I'm looping
strange
here. Did you realize
observations.
that?
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
I thought of that
Why
earlier.
did doors close automatically behind him?
Oh, yeah,
wherever he
definitely thought of
went?
that.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yeah, they were.
Simply repeating.
They sure are.
"No," Stanley said to himself, "this is all too strange. This can't be real."
Can I do some of this
And
car?
at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue.
What was
he
that?
just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!"
No, I'm not dreaming.
"This is all a dream."
I want to drink.
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have
Not really.
finally found an answer, an
Nope.
explanation. His co-workers weren't
yeah.
actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Well, if you say so.
He thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring
Humdrum
real-life job
job.
pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Oh, yeah, just keep looping.
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Uh-oh.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It
Uh-oh.
was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid?
Woo.
And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head.
What was that?
One he was
Tell me.
amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
Yeah.
Why is there a voice in my head?
I was wondering
dictating
that.
Everything that I'm doing and thinking. Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
Not really.
I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts.
No,
he
I've
thought.
accepted it a while
And while
ago.
he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams,
Well,
the
yeah.
truth was that, of course, this was not a dream.
I'd have a sexy
How
woman
could it
voice in
be?
my
Was Stanley
dreams.
simply
I wouldn't have
deceiving
you.
himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
Not really.
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical
Actually,
stars just a moment ago? How else would the
I
voice
got race
explain
car
all
sounds
that?
going to my head right
This
now.
voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Oh, man,
So
let's
he
get out.
closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Oh, no.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a
My
world
mannequin wife
outside
better be
this
there when
world.
we wake up.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
I can't move.
I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
Okay, let's restart.
Let me go back
I know where
to
this
my
is going.
job. Let me continue pushing the buttons.
Beep, beep, beep,
Please.
beep.
It's all I want.
All I want.
I want my apartment and my wife
My mannequin wife.
and my job All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Wow. You are really therapeutic. But that's not going to happen.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real.
Uh-oh.
I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
Dude, can you shut up?
And everything went black.
You had like super sexy voice. And there's one person in particular I'm thinking of.
This is the story
That would be
of a
fine.
woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed,
Or
gathered her
Mariella.
belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Uh-oh.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had
Stanley.
stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh, that sucks.
And although she would soon turn
this the
to
dead
go
ending?
call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man.
Who was
He
it?
was obviously crazy. This
Oh,
much
yeah.
she knew.
That was you, wasn't it?
Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
Oh, yeah,
And
definitely.
in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
And
I
not a
am
guy.
sane. I
Dead
am
on the street.
in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
Is that
It
your
was comforting to think this.
briefcase
and
lady,
in a
or is
certain
that
way,
mine? I
seeing
mean,
this man
this
made her
guy's.
feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day.
Oh, you better
With
go.
Very important people.
Just leave
whose
me.
Impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
Oh, yeah.
She had no time for this.
You do gotta think
So
of
it
yourself.
was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body,
Did you call somebody?
and then she turned and ran.
Oh my gosh. She took my briefcase. We're back here. All right.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Ooh, it feels
what could
different.
It mean? Stanley decided
Ish.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
Meeting
memo.
room. I can't go to the...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Fine.
he entered the door on his left.
Fine, let's do the left door. And meeting
Yet
room.
there was not a single person here either.
I wasn't expecting there to
Feeling
be.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
Okay, up to the
Then
boss.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm on my way. Boss, is your bathroom open yet? I gotta go. God dang it. You know what? On your chair, sorry. Okay,
The
look,
moment he entered
we're
his
here.
manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks.
And like the
Not a living
haunted
soul
mansion theme
anywhere.
going on here.
Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take.
What's your boss name?
He fell to his knees.
I am
bursting
the
into
most
half moans, half sobs,
expensive
the
boss.
guttural retching of life from a man
Sewage
denied any
lilies
hope,
by
any reason to
Claude
keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone,
Money.
paralyzed by fear for nearly a full
Carte
hour.
blanche.
But when at last he began to move
like
about
carte
and
or
survey
carte?
the situation,
Carte blanche?
he found a keypad behind the boss's desk.
18
What could
month.
it mean?
I don't know.
Was it a sign of hope for
Did I open
Stanley's
this yet?
future? Alas,
Play
it
this
was
piano?
not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so
Okay.
random that
How
no
devious,
man
how
could ever
random.
hope to guess it.
Give it to me.
2845.
Oh my god, it's the same one.
Statistically,
2,
nearly
8,
impossible to
4,
guess blindly.
5. What if I
Ever.
put the
Yet
wrong one in?
incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Sheer luck.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay, this looks the same. And this looks the same. Let's go down. This is the last time we're coming this way, Mr. Voice in my head. So you be happy. You be amazed. It's the last time I'm going to humor
Stanley
you.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Have I gone that way? I've already forgot. I forgot. You know what? Let's go check it out.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it,
Uh-oh.
the truth was
Tell me how
that at
bad
the
I
end
made
of this
it.
hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh, shit.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
What if I go backwards? Ah, ha, ha, ha.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and
why not?
willingly confront his death.
Is this where I'm going to die? You're just going to go away, Mr. Narrator? Woo! Okay. I'm obviously a god. I just keep coming back.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to
Oh,
his
shoes.
it reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned.
Well, it's gonna
and
crush that.
accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh, shit. Oh, what happened?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Ooh, that's
In
different.
a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body,
At least
killing him
that was humane.
instantly.
Ah. But it didn't. Ooh. What did we
And
find?
yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his
Oh.
office, as alive as ever.
Ever.
What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
I don't know.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
Ooh.
Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh, this is our office. We always... Okay. The blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout the development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. I like foam core models. They're pretty cool. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in good time. The set of two doors opens... Reset! The set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Is this like beating the game? Nature paintings. Okay, I've come across all of these. I have seen all these. The office. Well, these are button sounds. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of keyboard strokes and synthesized tones. Okay. Office computers. Okay. Credits. Davey, Jude. Who was the narrator? Kevin Brightening. Oh. Okay. What else we got over here? The maintenance room. An early version of the maintenance room. Copy machine that doesn't work. Some office plants. A lot of billboard stuff. In September 2012, we submitted the Stanley Parable to the green light Valve's processing of approving games for Steam. The green light page has only a series of cryptic photos, which were still enough to win the community's approval. Warzone? I haven't been here. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on the battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become the sentient and would wage war against the narrator. Ooh, I like that. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose of the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. So is it still in the game or not? Can I find it? A question brought forth by the intense subject final war. There is a skeleton inside of you. There are more skeletons. Thanks. What? After the second trailer, we sent out. We asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these in further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. What is this strange number? 1112800. How do you stay in shape? Okay. The lounge. An early version. Well, that was a boring version. I'm glad they updated it. The cargo lift. Oh, that's different. The second version is functionality the same as what's in the final game, but we wanted to look more like a place where cargo was actually stored. Okay, so that was replaced. The cargo lift was always intended to offer the choice of staying on or jumping to a different path. However, after this early version, we decided we also wanted the option of the player falling to their death. Oh, I didn't try that. In a previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Oh. So we gotta do that one. Escape menu. For a long time, we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everybody. The Zending went through many iterations. This room represents the fourth version of the ending, and we thought it was complete, but decided to abandon and change it again shortly after launch. That's a big button. This screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as the Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. These levers were originally part of the Zending. The player would pull a lever and the narrator would describe what color the lever they pulled. I can't do nothing with them. An early version of the countdown room. Monitor room elevator. For a time, the elevator in the room could go up or down with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down, and placed the two endings together instead. Freedom ending is the freedom as it existed in the beta. Countdown desk. One of the desks from an early version. Freedom ending. This was the first incarnation of the freedom ending. Office clock. Boss's office. Oh, that's gone through a few versions. That looped us around. Narrator Outtakes. Kevin Briding, the voice narrator, recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These are clips from early takes that were not used in the final game. Employee lounge. An early version of the mind control building. So that's it? Other than not picking up the phone, did I do all the different versions? Can I open one of these doors? No. Can we play with Stanley's computer? Huh. Well, I guess that's it. Huh. Okay, well. Thanks, everyone. You've been watching the episodes thus far. Looks like there's probably going to be 3 of them. Thank you for sticking with me to the end. I'll probably play around with this a little bit and record it. If I come across anything else that's different, I'll make sure to tack it to the end. But there's probably a whole lot more to it, so we'll see. I'm going to leave you guys right here with Stanley's computer. Have a good one, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.